everybody. So today's Screencastify is going to be about the project that you're going to be working on for vocational orientation. Both 4th and 6th hour are going to be working on the same project. And this is your Plan a Dream Vacation. So actually you're going to be visiting several different cities over the course of the rest of the semester. You'll be going to Los Angeles, Orlando, Las Vegas. So you'll be going to several different cities and you'll be creating a budget and planning a vacation for 2 people. All right. So as you can see, this is one of the slides for the first project, which is going to be Los Angeles, California. You're all going to have your own copy of these slides to work with, and they'll be in Google Classroom for you. So I just want to go over a couple of things with you so you have an idea of what's expected of you. Mr. Wilson and Ms. Murphy will be helping you as well as myself, and we'll do the project together. First of all, you are going to need a calculator, so you can use your phone. If you have a calculator near you, that's perfectly fine. If you want to use a calculator from your computer, that's fine too. But you will need a calculator because everything you're going to do is going to be on the calculator. Okay, and it's a good skill to have, to know how to use a calculator. So for your dream vacation, so your task is to create a budget-friendly vacation for you and a friend. Your total budget is $2,500, and you must not go over the budget. You have to keep your vacation within $2,500. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to have your trip planning budget sheet, which I'll show you in a minute, the name of the city, which is, in this case, this one's Los Angeles, your flight arrangements, your rental car options, your hotel options, your food options, and your activities, right? So this right here is what you're going to be filling out, and I'll come back and show you how to fill it out just so you have an idea and you've seen it already. But this is what you're going to be filling out for your trip, and you need to make sure that all of the activities and stuff that you're doing, that you do not go over $2,500. So the directions would be pick a flight and move the circle over it. In the next box, write how much it costs, multiply by 2, and subtract by $2,500. Pick a rental car and type which one. In the next box, write how much it costs and subtract that number from the money you have left. Pick a hotel and type it in the blank. In the next box, write how much it costs times 3. We're going to use our calculator and write about it. And write the amount. Then subtract that amount from the money you have left. Pick 3 activities and write them in the blank. In the next box, write how much each activity cost times 2 and write the amount. Subtract amount of each activity from the money you have left. Pick how much you spend on breakfast, lunch, and dinner for each day. In the next column, write your total for each day and multiply it by 2. Write the amount. Then subtract the amount from the money you have left. Write the total amount of your trip at the bottom. Make sure not to go over $2,500. So those are the instructions on how to fill out the budget sheet. And again, we're going to go by it step by step, so don't worry about it. I know it looks like a lot of information, but we're going to be doing this over the course of 2 days, so it'll be fine. You guys will be able to handle it. So here's the information that you're going to need for each item that you have to add up. So this first item here is your flight to Los Angeles. All right, so you have 2 options. You have one-stop flight, which means that you would have to stop someplace and then continue on, and those tend to be a little bit cheaper. Or you can do a nonstop flight, which means it'll go like directly from like Sky Harbor Airport directly to Los Angeles with no stops at all, and those tend to be a little bit more expensive. Okay. All right. And then you have your rental car option, and depending on the kind of rental car that you choose will depend on how much it costs. Obviously, a compact car, which is can usually fit like 4 people, but there's only going to be 2 of you, so you're not going to need a big car. It's about $75. And then you have a full-size car. It's a little bit bigger, probably a little more luxurious. That's going to be $95. An SUV, which is going to be $245. And then if you want to go all out and get a sports car and drive around Los Angeles with a convertible, that would cost you about $350. Okay. All right, next thing would be your food options. So you have food options. You have to choose for both. You have to choose all 3, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have 3 options, or in this case, you have 4 options for breakfast and 4 options for lunch. So for breakfast, you can get a free continental breakfast. This is usually the one I choose because I like to spend more money on the dinner than on lunch and breakfast and lunch. So you have the different costs of the different types of breakfasts, okay? Here's the different types of lunches and then the different types of dinners. Okay, and you can mix and match them. It's perfectly fine. You maybe one day you might want a free breakfast, and maybe another day you might want to go and get yourself, pancakes, bacon, and eggs. Okay, or maybe one night for dinner you may want to go to a buffet, and then maybe another night when might want to go get a fancy meal. Right? Or maybe your lunch, you might want to do your fancy meal at lunchtime, so you might want to go to a restaurant, or maybe one day you might decide you want to have a picnic. All right, so it's just really going to depend on what you want and how much money you have to spend. All right, the next item is the hotels. Each place is going to have different options for hotels, and each place is also going to have different options for activities as well. So it just depends on where you're going and which hotels and activities are available. So the activity or the hotels available for Los Angeles, you have a resort type of hotel, which is going to be, a lot more expensive. So in this case, this hotel is going to have a pool. It's going to have televisions and rooms and gaming systems. So it's going to be like a luxury hotel. And that's going to cost you about $480. And then you're going to have like what they call the Regency Hotel. And this one's like in a historic area. It's like historical. They also have a dance every night by the pool. So that's going to cost you about $314. Then there's another one called Hotel California. Remember, each city is going to have their own hotels, but this is for Los Angeles. This one is right next to the Hollywood sign, or you can see the Hollywood sign like right from the hotel. So it's got like a great view. And they also have, they don't have the pool, but it looks like they have like really nice views. Okay. Or you have like your best value, which is basically just a room, a clean room, bathroom, and just what you need to eat, to sleep, and shower and stuff. So this one is close to major attractions, and it's clean and well taken care of, but you just don't have all the amenities that say like the plaza would have. Me personally, I'm just kind of give me a bed and a bathroom and I'm happy. I don't need all of the perks because I would rather go and spend the money on seeing things and having good meals than spending it on like a hotel room, because that's, I'm going to spend most of my time out than in the hotel. Okay, so for Los Angeles, you have a few attractions available, and I'm going to be showing videos for each of the cities and each of the attractions that they have. I'm going to show you videos so you can have a better idea of what you're picking and be like, oh, wow, that looks really cool. That might be something I might want to do. So you're going to be able to chance to see videos. So for Los Angeles, you have several options. You have Universal Studios, and the tickets cost $114, but you are going to have to multiply that by 2. So always remember that because it's going to be you and a friend. There's indoor skydiving, Legoland, Six Flags, Hollywood Bus Tour, LA Zoo, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, I'm going to show you this one right here. So there are going to be a few activities for each of the cities that's going to be free, which is going to be really nice because you might want to do something really expensive one day, like really kind of put your money into like a big top attraction. And then you might want to like have that one free attraction. So it's really going to depend on how you budget your money. Again, you might save money on just getting free continental breakfast every day, and that's going to free you up some money. You might save some money getting a cheaper car. But again, it's your vacation, so you're going to plan it the way you want to plan it. So in this case, this particular attraction, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, that's free. So you might want to think about doing that. All right. And there's like a lot of shops and stuff that you can go shopping and everything if you're into that. Okay, so that's Los Angeles, and those are the things that are available for Los Angeles. So let me just kind of show you the slide that's going to have your budget on it. So everybody's going to get their own slides, and everybody's going to have a slide that you can put the information in for your budgets. You're all going to have that. It's all going to be available to you. Myself, Miss Murphy, and Mr. Wilson, we all have paper versions of this. So if you're having a hard time with it, we have the paper versions available as well. And we can even write down some stuff if that helps you out. But I would really like for you to make the effort to get it into the slide. So this looks really, really small. I know. So there's a way to make it bigger, and I kind of found it out. And if you want to make it easy on yourself, I would strongly suggest you do this. So if you go up to right here, see where it says zoom? See that little little magnifying glass? Has a little magnifying glass. It has a plus sign. All right. If you click on that, oops, sorry. If you click on the arrow, not on this, but if you click on the arrow, you're going to, so let's try that again. So you can click on the arrow. You're going to have these numbers, 50, 100, and 200. Okay. So what I did was I clicked on 100. Okay. And what it did was it made it bigger. Which makes it a lot easier to see. You can make it even bigger if you want. If you want to do it to 200, you can do it to 200 as well. Whatever is easier for you and for your eyes, okay? You want to always make sure that after you've resized it that you click on the select, because if you don't, you're just going to have the magnifying glass hanging out there and you're not going to be able to put anything in. So just make sure you hit the select button. And then it'll make it easier for you to fill out. So I accidentally misspelled Los Angeles. There's text boxes, so everything is in a text box. All right, see everything's in a text box. So what you do is you just click on the words and the text box opens, and then you just fill in the information. So Angeles, I think I spelled and Los Angeles. Why can't I spell Los Angeles? Okay, there it is, Los Angeles. I'm like, how do I spell Los Angeles? Okay, so here is your budget sheet. So the first one is your transportation, and this would be your flight. So one stop, nonstop. I chose the one stop because it's cheaper. So if you go back to here, all right, you can see that a one stop flight costs $492. So I went ahead and I put in the $492, all right, and then I multiplied it by 2. So what I did was I used my calculator and I put in 492 times 2 equals 984. And then what I did was I put the 984 right here, all righty, and then I subtracted 2,500 minus 984. So I used my calculator again, cleared it out. I typed in 2500 minus 984 equals 1516. And then I typed it over here. I know you guys can't see that really well. Here it is. Okay. All right. So then what I did was I took this number, this 1516, and I put it right there. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to take the number that you get after you do this math problem, and you're going to stick it right there. Okay. So then I went ahead and I did the car, and I got the compact car, and that compact car only cost $75. All right, so I took the 15, 16, so I put it right here, and then I put the $75 here. Okay, so $75 there, and then I subtracted it. Okay, and I took 1516 minus 75 equals 1441, and I put 1441 here. Okay, and once I was done with that, I took the 1441 and I brought it down here. So see, I took here, 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 this, that, up, down. Okay, so that's what I did. So the next thing is my hotel. So I chose the Best Value Hotel, and it was $93 per night. So per night, so we're going to use multiplication. For each night, we are going to, we need to know how much it's going to cost for a total of 3 nights. So it'd be 93 times 3, because we're using it for 3 nights. So I'm going to use my calculator again. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 93 times 3, and I get $279. And there is the $279 right there. And then I'm going to move over to this column. And remember this 1441? Remember we brought it from here, brought it down here, here to here. So I put 1441 and then 279. I got my calculator again, cleared it out. 1441 minus 279 equals $1,162. So I put that in this box right there, 1162. So then I did is I took 1162 and I dropped it down here. So I went from here to here, up, down, this, that. 1162, 1162. All right, so my next one was my activities. So I chose Universal Studios indoor skydiving. Since you couldn't pay me enough money to jump out of a perfectly good plane, I figured indoor skydiving would kind of be the same thing, only a lot safer. So that's what I choose. And then I choose the Hollywood Walk of Fame because I think it's kind of cool and I like looking at all the stars. So for the Universal Studios, it's going to cost $114, and you're going to multiply it by 2, and you're going to use your calculator. And when you use your calculator, you're going to get $228. All right, and remember the 1162 that we brought from up here? All right, we're going to take that, and we're going to minus 228, and we're going to get 934. Take the 934, drop it down here, just like we've been doing the whole time. Same motion. Boop. And then my skydiving is $100 times 2, because I got to bring my buddy with me. I'm going to take Hannah with me on this vacation, so she's going to want to go skydiving too. So I'm going to multiply 100 by 2, and I'm going to get 200. So I'm going to take 934. Remember, I dropped it from here to here. Subtract 200, and I get 734. Okay. So now here's the kicker. So Walk of Fame is free. So free equals 0. Okay. So if it doesn't cost any money, it's 0. All right. So you can put free or you can put 0. It doesn't matter. So free times 2. So 0 times any number is always going to be 0. So free times 2 is always going to be free. Okay, so just remember that basic mathematics, basic multiplication. So I'm going to take the 734 from here. I'm going to drop it down there. And then I'm going to subtract nothing because it's free. So I'm going to subtract 0. And it's going to be 734. That hasn't changed. Okay. All right, and I take the 734 and I'm going to drop it down there. And now we're going to do food. So remember I told you that I'm like one of those people, I don't like breakfast is no big deal. Like I'll do continental. So I did is I chose continental breakfast for all 3 days. So my breakfast is going to be free. So I don't have to worry about paying for breakfast. And then for my lunches, what I did is I figured I would do a different kind of lunch each day. So I did picnic, I did fast food or food cart, and I did fast food. There's also the other option of a restaurant. I think that was like 15. But for dinner, I opted for the all-out gourmet, go into the best restaurant in the city because Hannah and I, we love good food. So we're going to go to the most expensive restaurants. So we're going to spend our money on dinner instead of breakfast and lunch. So we're doing the $45. So you're going to do is you're going to add it up. So I add up free, so 0 plus 3 plus 45 equals 48. Again, use your calculator. So you have a calculator for it. Times 2 because Hannah's got to eat too. And that's going to be $96. Okay. And then for the next one, it's going to be 50 times 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot something. So after I get the $96, remember how I got the 734 and it dropped down here? And I'm going to subtract 96 from that number, and I'm going to get 638. And I'm going to do this to here. So I'm going to subtract $100, and I get 538. I'm going to bring this to here. And then my third day, I'm spending a little bit more on food. So it's going to be $102. So 538 minus 102 equals 436. And that is it. That is my final amount. That's how much money I have left. So I have $436 left, which means I can do some serious souvenir shopping. All right. So what I'm going to do then to find out what my total budget is, how much I'm totally going to spend, I'm going to take that $2,500. So that's my budget. Remember, $2,500 is my budget. And I'm going to subtract what I have left. Okay. And I have $436 left. I'm going to subtract that. So it's going to be 2,500 minus 436. And that's going to equal $2,064. So I am way under budget. I am $436 under budget, which means I'm going to have a lot of extra money to buy souvenirs, to maybe pick up some new clothes, to maybe, do some other things that aren't part of the budget, whatever the case may be. Now, you don't have to have any money left over. That's perfectly fine. If you want to spend all of your money on the budget, you can do that, but you can't go over $2,500. Okay? So that's just an example of how we're going to do it. We're going to do Los Angeles, we're going to do Orlando, we're going to do Las Vegas, Washington, D.C., and I can't remember the other one. Alrighty, so hopefully you'll enjoy this activity. Kind of a little life lesson here. We're gonna have 2 days for each city. It is gonna be 4th and 6th hour. So I only have like 3 students who have both me for 4th and 6th. So, but that's okay. You'll be fine. And that's it. All right, everybody, enjoy and have fun. And remember, watch this video as many times as you want. So if you're not sure how to do something, you just watch the video. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye.